Hello, greetings to you and welcome to our channel, Farm Preferred, where we talk about agribusiness. If you are looking for a channel where you could get the right knowledge and inspiration for your agri-venture, whether you are an aspiring agripreneur or an established one, then I want to recommend this channel to you. And if today is your first time, you are welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, I also want to say thank you for making it a point to return. And it is your support that has brought us this far. So today we want to look at habanero farming. Yes, habanero pepper is one of the profitable vegetables that you could venture into. Do you know that you could make about 40 to 90,000 Ghana cedis from an acre of habanero? Yes, that is true. And so today I want to take you through the basics and a step-to-step guide on how you can get started with your habanero farming. And if you are already into habanero, this course will also afford you the opportunity. So in this course, we are going to look at site selection, some of your practices, soil preparation for maximum variety selection, seedling production, layout and transplanting, fertilization, weed management, pest and disease management, harvesting and post-harvest management. We'll also talk about marketing and record keeping, and we shall also be talking about a financial estimate for 1 acre of habanero, and we'll also talk about the potential revenue that you could get from that 1 acre. So this course is a complete package that you shouldn't miss. And remember to subscribe and then like and also leave a comment behind. That way you are actually encouraging us to do more. So let's talk about site selection. You want to select a site that is warm and sunny. Okay, the climate should be a warm one, and also there should be an enough sunlight reaching that area. Then you also want to ensure that your soil is well drained, fertile, and with a pH of about 6.0 to 7.0. And you also want to ensure that there is an access to a reliable source of water. In this course, I will also let you understand why there should be a reliable source of water available on that site that you want to use. And for the soil, the pH being around 6 to 7 will support the plant growth. Anything below or too high will make the soil very acidic, and that will cause retarded growth in the. Now let's talk about soil preparation. Okay, so for pepper, just as any other crop, wheat would compete with it and deprive it of nutrients. So to get started, you have to clear the land of wheat. You can clear it if you want to burn the bush, you can burn it. Then you gather the debris. You want your land to be very clear, and you want it to be free from stumps, anything that will compete with the crops and deprive them of the necessary nutrient. And then two, you also want to do soil testing. In my previous video, I have mentioned that most of our farmers do not do soil testing, and for that reason, when they put their plant or seed into the soil, they face a lot of challenges. You see, when you do a soil testing, then you'll be able to tell what kind of nutrient is lacking in that land and how to augment or replace it. And because we do not do soil testing, even places that we are not supposed to use fertilizer, then we are using fertilizer, causing overload and toxicity to the plant. Then the third thing you want to do is to plow the land, harrow the soil to a fine tilt. Yes, you see, plants needs a lot of care to flourish. Just also that way, also pepper also needs the space to flourish. So you want to do some of these things to make sure that your land is in the best of shape. Add organic matter, compost or manure. Yes, so you do 20 to 30 tons per hectare. A hectare is 2.5 acres. So for a 2.5 acre, you are using 20 to 30 tons of organic manure or compost just to enrich so it can support the plant growth very well. Now, popular varieties in Ghana particularly and other parts of Africa includes the red Savannah, Caribbean red, orange Habanero. Now, one of the things you need to consider before going for any of these varieties is that it should be climate suitable. It should be a variety that could thrive in your climate, and it should also be disease resistant, and it should also be market appealing. Okay, do not go for a habanero that is a habanero, all right, but the variety that does not have an immediate market appeal. When you do so, you'll be at risk. You know, habanero is such a flavor, is such a pepper, is such a kind of a pepper which is in high demand because of the flavor it adds to food and all that. So most households in Ghana, Africa, uses habanero in their diet. Okay, sometimes not because of the pepper effect, but just so that it can add that pleasant flavor to the food. You get the point. And if you as a farmer, you are into habanero farming, it will give you that financial independence to some extent because your daily income is assured. And you know something about pepper? Pepper, when it begins to fruit, when you care for it and you harvest, the more you harvest, the more it comes. So you want to be careful of the kind of variety that you use. Let's talk about seedling production. Seedling production is very important. Pepper is not one of those crops you should plant directly into the soil, not at all. If you do that, you'll be losing a lot on the yield that you should have. So my first advice to you is that you should use certified seeds. I have emphasized the importance of certified seeds in the previous videos that I have done, but let me repeat so here again that look, certified seeds are seeds that have been produced under controlled conditions and have been treated and guaranteed by agri officers that they are good and suitable for the climate in which they are being planted. So you want to make sure you use certified seeds so that you can get the right yield and it can also withstand disease for you. And again, The next thing to do when you get your certified seeds is to prepare nursery bed or seedlings. So let me talk about this again. We have farmers who pick seeds from their previous stock and use that as a nursery and then transplant. Well, it's have been working for some of them, but I feel that if it were to be the case that they know the advantage the certified seeds have, they would have opted for the certified seeds instead. So you may also be thinking of getting your seed from your previous stock, but I advise that if you are going to a commercial scale farming, then do the right thing so that you can get the right results. The third thing, so the next thing I was speaking about before I went back is prepare nursery bed or seedling trays. So you can either use a nursery bed or seedling trays for your nursery, and you can make a mixture of cocoa peat and soil only or cocoa peat only. Yes. Now, if you have the money, you can do cocoa peat only, because cocoa peat maybe with some wheat brown, it gives the seedlings some level of advantage. Then sow seeds 0.5 centimeters deep and 2 to 3 centimeters apart. So bury the seed in the soil, but it should be about 0.5 centimeters, okay, just about a tip of your hand. Then the distance between each crop should be 2 to 3 centimeters apart. Now, after you have done that, you should maintain moisture and protect the nursery bed or the nursery area from pests. You could use nets to secure the area. You could also use insecticides to drive away insects and other things, leaf borrowers that may want to disturb the plants. Then transplant at 4 to 6 weeks when the plant or the seedlings now have 4 to 6 through leaves. So within 4 to 6 weeks, the plant should also have, the seed you have next should grow and bear through leaves to make it possible for it to be transplanted. Mark fields into beds and furrows. Spacing should be 60 centimeters between plants and 90 centimeters between rows. So on a row or between plants, okay, between plants A and B, they should be 60 centimeters apart, and then 90 centimeters in each rows. Okay, so right after transplanting, you should water. So for those who depend on field, who depend on rainfall, and I do the open field farming where there is no form of irrigation, you want to get your calculations right such that when you transplant, the possibility of rain falling should also be high. Fertilization. So for the base dressing, we would want to use NPK 1515 fertilizer. I want to do 20 to 300 kg per hectare. Then we have top dressing urea, okay, 100 to 150 kg in split applications. Okay. Then let's talk about irrigation. Ensure consistent moisture, especially during flowering. So what I want to say is that because during the flowering stage, you need a consistent moisture. When preparing for your crop planting and nursery and all that, you should also have an idea of the rain pattern in your area so that you can match things up against it. Use drip or sprinkler irrigation if rainfall is insufficient. Yes, you could use that to augment what the rain would give you. Then avoid weed management. Yes, weed manually or use pre-emergence herbicides. So you could weed manually using hose, or you could use herbicides that would kill the weeds for you. I want to advise that you should be careful using herbicides, and you should make sure that they are selective in the sense that they wouldn't kill the pepper, your habanero. Implement weed control early in growing season to use competition. Okay, yeah, I couldn't get a picture for you, but that is fine. I think it has escaped me. Pest and disease management. Monitor for common pests like grasshoppers, aphids, leaf hoppers, thrips, and white flies. Then you can use integrated approach for pest management. You can have some scarecrows in the farm. You can have some traps here and there. Okay, like anything that could drive some of this pest away. There is a particular animal that I've forgotten that loves chewing pepper so much. So if you don't have any control, they will come and finish your pepper for you. Then prevent disease like leaf spot, rust, and aflatoxin contamination by rotating crops and using resistant varieties. Then harvesting. Harvest when pepper reach full color. So full color here, because some people may want their pepper red, some may want it still green, others may want it gray, as it is about to. So, but then within 90 to 100 days, your pepper is ready. So the most important thing is knowing what your off-takers want, and then you offer that to them. Is it that they want the pepper green? Is it that they want it red? Is it that they want it a little bit more ripe? All those things is something you should know. Then use a sharp knife or scissors to harvest the pepper. Do not pull it off the tree. You end up damaging the very spot that could best bear the next pepper. Then harvest regularly to encourage continuous production. Yes, I have said that. Post-harvest handling. Handle carefully to avoid bruising. There are some pepper, when you go to buy and you look at how dirty they are, you wish you had not even approached the seller. We do not want that thing to happen. Store in cool, dry place. Pack in ventilated crates. Yes, if you pack pepper in something that is not ventilated, with time it gets rotten. Yes, and you do not want to lose your investment. Okay, so I think maintain a detailed record of input, labor, pest, disease management, and harvest yields. Analyze for continuous improvement, and record keeping is important. Yes, so do not joke with it. The input and all that, the things you have used, so that when God bless you another time, you can be able to calculate how much you are making out of it. So here is a financial estimate of an acre of habanero. Let's begin with the yield part, the result part. Revenue estimate. Yield per acre is approximately 10,000 to 15,000 kg. That is 10 to 15 tons per acre. Okay. Then we have The market price for now is around 4 to 6 cedis per kg. Potential revenue out of that 1 acre is about 40,000 to 9. So an acre of habanero could give you 40,000 to 90,000 as a revenue. Okay. Then cost estimate. So we've spoken about the benefits, okay, what you could gain. Now let's talk about the cost estimate. Yes, let me see it well. If you have not subscribed yet, please kindly subscribe. For the cost estimate, land preparation will cost between 1,000 to 1,005. That is for plowing, harrowing, bed preparation. Then we have seedlings, seed and seedlings preparation. We can dedicate 1,005 for that. That is for certified seeds or seedlings. Then we have the fertilizers and manure, which will also cost us 2,000 to 3,000 Ghana cedis, the NPK and then the organic matter. And for pest control and then pest and disease control, we could get it between 1,000 to 1,005. Okay, that includes pesticides, fungicides. Yes, it's very important. You cannot do away entirely with the fact that this thing has to be done well. Okay, if it is done well, you will get your money. So pests and all that are also part of the challenge, but when you control them very well, then you can have your result. Then irrigation, we have 1,005 to 2,500. That is the installation and the water cost, but there are always ways to reduce this kind of things. Yes, if it is not that you are doing your okra in dry season, I do not see any reason why you should do irrigation. If it is raining, depend on the rainfall. Then labor will cost you 2,000 to 3,000. That is planting, weeding, harvesting. Then miscellaneous, we have budgeted for that one to cost you 500 to 1,000 Ghana cedis. Now total cost approximately is 9,000 to 13,000. So you use about 9,000 to 13,000. Then you get about 40,000 to 90,000. This is lucrative, just that you need to be patient and dedicated, work hard, and you can realize